Let's just start from the top, okay?
Fine, fine. I
Alright,
now
alright.
know there are limitations, and I remember those
Literally
limitations.
repeat whatever you just said without that single word. Alright. When we get this podcast to fucking mainstream Spotify or some bullshit like that, this is gonna be the most hilarious bloopers ever.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
alright.
Scene
Alright.
one, take three.
Scene one, take three. Alright. Episode one: Vehicle modification and their legality. Noskets, armors, window tints, red and blue lights. All considered illegal. Opinions, gentlemen?
It's stupid.
Fair enough. Anything out of that?
Darren? Darren? No comment? Come on, give us a comment. Do you think it's fair or unfair?
You know what? If everyone won't give a comment, I will. So let's just list them out again. Noskets, car armor, such as chassis reinforcement, window tint, red and blue lights. All are considered illegal. All of these make sense, except for one, and that's NOS. Why is NOS illegal?
Why?
Because it makes our car go vroom.
I mean, yes, but so does ECU mods, so does a turbo, so does mm, a transmission. So why aren't those illegal?
Maybe it's because that's how they're procured off of other cars.
I mean,
So maybe I can't honestly give a full thing on that because I myself am not aware of all those facts. But I can say though that it's wrong. They should be legal because cops are just hating on them because we're faster than them and they hate that.
I I wouldn't say that we're faster
I
than them.
wanted to say we're faster than them.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, the
And
thing.
I agree with you said, Max, but I will say car armor is somewhat stupid because how are they gonna know we have car armor?
Exactly.
Well, the thing is about car armor, it's having it in your possession is what makes them illegal. When you place them on your car, there's no way they can really prove that, so you're scot free, really. But when it comes to the NOS kits, I mean, they can clearly see when it's being used. The one thing about NOS kits that I could actually imagine that might be the reason why they're illegal is a safety concern. For instance, that you have a bottle of compressed gas up to, I don't know, potentially 40, 50 psi of compressed gas, incredibly flammable compressed gas inside your car. That is the only thing I can imagine. Because if you're looking at the newer generation cars, such as the Volkswagen Golf, the newer generation of cars are proceeding with this one very, very enraging concept, in my opinion. Smaller engine, larger turbo. Larger turbo helps you maintain the horsepower of, your daily hatchback while tuning down the fuel consumption. Now, Noskit,
That's because turbos are getting more efficient now.
well, yes, exactly. More air is being pumped into the engine, requiring less fuel to cause a combustion to force the piston downwards, maintaining equal amounts of horsepower. Now, that is literally what a NOS is, a nitrous oxide system. It is literally gas that is enriched air being pumped into the cylinder, basically a temporary replacement for a turbo. Now, why is that illegal? Since it helps with pollution by reducing gas consumption.
See, that's a great question right there because not only is it greener, it actually helps eliminate fossil fuel because we're becoming so dependent on fossil fuels that we're literally destroying the earth with it. Yeah, it's not even a joke. Like big companies like that have been sweeping it under the rug for so long where at this point it's such a major crisis. So you would think that they would help it out by making it legal. I can also see why it's also dangerous because you have people out there who use it for the nefarious purposes, so they try to stop that from happening. But then you eliminate all the good people. It's just exactly like the saying, the bad bunch spoil the whole batch.
Damn.
Agree?
I mean, I guess that really covers Noskits. That's all all really there is to be said.
Oh, damn, that was quick. That was easy.
I mean,
I will say tents though. In my opinion, I think tents should be illegal unless you black out the front windshield.
I mean,
oh, window tints. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
brought that up. I mean, I agree because you don't know who's pulling up on you if it's like darker than Pluto's distance from the sun. But from at that point, I would agree with Taryn that unless the front's covered, that's fine because an officer can just look in the front. I don't know why some of them don't do that already, to be quite honest with you, because that's just easier. But also, I can also see why, because then if you do pull up on the side, you won't know anyone's there, and then you can just get kidnapped. But also, I agree that on this, this is weird because I'm also agreeing with the cops on this point. I can also agree where they're coming from because too dark is way too dangerous, like I just said. But
How
You
so?
know.
I don't know.
I mean, like I just said on my earlier point, you can just get jumped and everything. But also, you can always have someone hidden in the trunk and have them pop out, and then you have that scenario happen, which can always happen regardless of your window tint. But like I said,
I feel like you're just going out of topic. How is window tint gonna do something about someone in the trunk?
no, I'm saying like like you can't see anyone through the side, so you don't know if people are there. That's why I also added the point is the trunk, because I know some people would bring that up. That's why I brought that up to answer some people's question, because I know that would be like if I was listening to this, I would think of that question. That's why I brought it up. But also, like I was going on my earlier point that like I was saying, I agree with you that unless the front's covered, you know, that, but also visibility while driving and everything is a huge problem. But like I agree with you, it shouldn't be a problem unless the front's covered. But I can also see where the cops are coming from on their point as well.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit to add here. How I see is the whole point of window tint is, to increase your privacy inside of the vehicle. Multiple family sedans might have their windows tinted. Everything that's, like the back side ones, maybe the rear a little bit. Now, the front always has to be untinted no matter what. I completely agree with you that. But I'm thinking the main reason of that is not driver safety, obstruction of, light passing through and all that kind of shit, but just so they could take a clear photo off a speed camera.
Probably.
I'm thinking that's the sort of law-abiding reason why window tint is just so frowned upon.
True. Yeah. True.
But that comes back to my point though. As long as the front windshield isn't blacked out.
Yeah, honestly, a petition should be signed about that.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's always a camera in front of you while you're driving, so it would see through unless it's blacked out, which, some imports, some certain cars, most likely you can just black all the windows out.
There are some vehicles that you can just completely black out everything.
Yeah.
Such as the BMW M4 GTE? Or was it GTS?
Like,
No, it's a
back to
GTS.
Harry's point,
GTS.
It's a GTS.
Yes.
I would say it is, like, I do it for privacy, so.
I think some people. I think because of not the front camera at like a what's the word, traffic light. Like how some people will pull cameras from surrounding to try to get like a side angle. I think that might be the reason why, so they can get a clear side view of during a camera, so they can actually see the people. Maybe that's why.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, just cannot really disagree with you on that one. I guess really, yeah. Moving forward with, I mean, it's the first episode, generally, ladies and gentlemen. Just be patient with us. We'll get the ball rolling eventually. Car armor,
Ugh.
chassis reinforcement. That's that's an item that's incredibly valuable, incredibly high in demand all the time.
Yeah,
For what reason, really? I mean,
oh,
so you can ram a cop more efficiently.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't know why it's illegal.
I mean, I could see why it's illegal. These are my pointers why it's illegal.
Wait, but hold on, before you go on.
Yep.
We also gotta keep in mind, all cop cars have Tier 5 armor.
True.
So why can't we have Tier 5 armor?
I think it's because it's the service of the people. So like they see it as criminals are gonna have it. So like we need to prepare for like any situation. So like let's say there's like a chase, and you have that friend who's in another car, and they decide to help out by like ramming a police car. That way, the whole point of it is to take it out of commission. Like so it won't completely take it out of commission, but it takes it out of the chase for you long enough, especially if you're a good driver, for you to like find another route and hide out, or in any case, switch out cars quickly. So like, let's say you're in Assault and OS, and then change cars, and now you're in a Hellfire Gauntlet that looks completely different. So like then the cops are on a commission, so they're still in action. They just now have to find you. So I think that's the whole point, is so that their car doesn't get completely disabled by that kind of attack.
I mean, then it should be the same thing for us. So when they hit us,
That's a touchy subject right there, because
it is, yeah.
I'd personally argue that it's for the reasons of it's for the reasons that cop cars are designed to go fast. They are literally built, and they have been granted to the officer to go fast in case a call is made and they are needed at a specific location that is at some distance. Now, civilian cars, there is a speed limit for a reason. You're not supposed to exceed that speed limit, but we do it anyway. Let's be honest. All of us. We do it anyway. But cops, their cars are meant to go fast, and they sometimes even crash at that speed. So I'm thinking that whole purpose right there is not just so their car is more efficient at ramming criminals or anything like that, but it's actually for the safety of the driver in case they crash at doing 120 or 30, 40 miles per hour on a highway. At least that is my argument right there.
I can't fight that.
Let's all be honest. They use it to their advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course they do. They sometimes go and abuse it.
And also, if you think about it, we build our cars to go faster. So why can't we also put on armor / reinforcement just to help out with if we crash or not?
I'd say the real question is, why is the obtaining method illegal?
I think it's because of, you're chopping cars, and that's a big no-no, obviously. Yeah. So like, let's say for example, this happened to a buddy of mine the other day. We were talking to someone, and hang on, I got a burp. Excuse me. I know, random, sorry, but he got his car stolen, and then I figured, that car was probably stolen to get chopped, and we went to the nearest chop location, and we found his car there, and he didn't like that, obviously. It's just that obvious indication of you have to obtain it through chopping, and that's probably why. Now, if there's probably a more legal way to get it, it might be a highly different story, but then, you come into the problem of all the organized gangs who have legal front businesses who can easily obtain that, because unless the cops have proof that, that's just a front, there's not much they can do, because it comes down to the point of knowing and proving. They may know it, but they can't prove it, and it just sucks at that point because of the legality system. If that's one thing.
You got a point, but if I were a mechanic, I don't care where you get the parts from. I just need the parts for customers. So
see that's different. You don't care, but there are probably mechanics out there who would, and then they run into the problem of taking your ID down, and then then 5 minutes later you just go, hey, 911, I have a report for you, and you give them all the descriptions, and then bam.
And then where would you get your parts from then?
That's exactly the point of the legality system of trying to make it a legal job and trying to find ways to get it legally. But then you also have to worry about, because this is where I believe the cops come into play in this thinking of, if it turns illegal, what stops the gangs with the legitimate fronts from abusing that system to get it all?
Personally, I think people should reevaluate their methods of obtaining mechanical parts. Maybe what they should do is they should go behind, mechanic spots, repair places, go behind and just rummages some boxes to find a spare piston or something like that. That should be something that people should try to do, if you know what I mean.
No, I agree with you 100%.
I think there should be something added where, like, I don't know. Actually, I take that back. It's gonna be really controversial.
Yeah. Let's not speak about additions and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, still, the whole system is kind of weird, honestly.
There should be something that they like. There should be a different way people should be able to get stuff.
Yeah. And that I completely agree on. Since we have a little bit of a moment of silence, I guess let's just move on to the last sort of subject conversation. Red and blue lights, as in neons, headlights. If they're red and blue, they mix together with the cops lights, and potentially from long distance, a person with some, let's just say, minor chromosomes left might think that that's an actual police car, even though the lights are nowhere near, not flashing or anything. Now, up until you might have actually thought we got only 3 people on there, but actually we have 4. Bodolph Williams, he's just been quiet in the corner over there. So why don't you take it away on this one?
Me, I like colors.
Wow.
I like my color.
Wow.
I like having a full, solid color. I'm trying to get every single vehicle of mine to a different color, and that means the headlights and the underglow too. Which, with that part, with the helping of, oh yeah, it's illegal to have that, I just turn off the lights. If I'm being honest, I just turn them off. That easy.
I mean, yeah, especially if it's nighttime. If your lights are off, that's also a reason why they can pull you over. I've been pulled over for that.
I have too. That is a big waste of time for something so simple.
Exactly. Not to mention, it was his officer that he was with during a chase. So, a little bit of story time. A chase happened. An officer crashed into me, and I spun and crashed into the guy that they were chasing. They screwed over the vehicle in front of the Rolling Nines. One of the dudes breaks off to, I guess, I don't know what he was doing, but I'm trying to make my way towards Brown Autos. He pulls me over one intersection away from the chase that he fucking witnessed, and pulls me over for a broken headlight.
When he just saw you get ran in a chase.
Yeah.
I have no comment, but that officer needs to get a few extra needs to take off a few chromosomes.
I ain't gonna name him.
No,
He's from the PD. I'm not gonna name him. I'm just gonna say.
I'm just gonna slightly show his name.
I'm just gonna slightly hint.
Start with a B?
No.
No, we don't need names.
That sounds like a Bond moment.
No, it's not him.
Bonds or Bonza?
No, let's not talk about Officer Bond.
Bond.
Let's not talk about either of them. The thing is, this officer actually famously known for in a little bit of a situation at Legion Square where there was a female driving a Guardian truck. Now, this female had black window tints, go figure, and she was just, I believe there was some sort of harassment. She was harassing a police officer. The cops were taking it way too sensitively. and she got processed, and then she came back. She didn't get any jail time, but she just got fined, slap on the wrist. Then the officer came back to her parked Guardian and fined her for illegal window tint. But what he did, no, that ain't the worst part. What he did is he fined her 5 times. He fined her per window.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually did that.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
messed up.
Mm-hmm.
You just fined her for what? Harassing?
Yeah, she spit on a pursuit car.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I agree with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, but 5 each with that's
Mm-hmm.
excessive. Yeah.
2 on the side, both sides, and the back one. 5 times window tint.
See, if it was his car that got spit on, it would make sense somewhat, but that's still pushing it.
The
Yeah.
abuse of power. That's how they get off.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I've seen displays of that countless times, honestly.
I know. I can definitely agree. I had a buddy of mine who got harassed by officers, and then like they got so sensitive they had like 3 other units pull up, and they're all like making fun of her and like calling them sexist terms, and like they reported it, but like nothing ever happened to them. I bet it was just a slap on the wrist and be like, just don't do that again.
I say some cops do abuse their powers.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bit.
I've noticed a lot of the city police like to do that. Not all of them, but a good bit of them
What do
do.
you mean the city police?
The
PD.
LAPD.
PD. The officers.
Yeah.
Because how it is from the PD department, you got officers. Then from the sheriff's department, you got deputies. Or were they sheriffs?
No, they're deputies.
They're deputies. Deputies.
They're deputies at first, and they become
CHP
sheriffs.
is troopers, I think.
Yes. Yeah. They're state police, though. What are they considered?
I never met a state
The
police
big
officer.
dogs, I guess.
Considering their aim that I've seen recently, I'd say stormtroopers, really.
True.
Do you know the sad part is? Stormtroopers are actually considered the Star Wars equivalent of the Marine Force.
No.
I'm
No.
dead serious. I'm
No.
dead serious with you. I'm
That's
dead serious.
messed up.
I'm not.
That
I'm
cannot-
Dead serious
That's
with you.
messed up.
I'm dead serious with you right now.
Marines
Actually.
don't just shoot a whole clip and miss every single bullet. I'm sorry.
I'm being serious with you, 100%. You can even fact check me, and I could be wrong, but I take pride in my Star Wars knowledge. I really do.
I do too, but that's
true.
a no-go.
It's true because in the Star Wars universe, you have to be a specific height requirement. You have to have specific times to show the elite of the elite of regular cadets. Otherwise, you become known as a mud
You
trooper.
don't need to be a certain height to be.
And yes, you do. As a stormtrooper. In the
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
you
I'm
no,
do.
not saying
topic
stormtrooper,
here.
I'm just saying as a
Oh,
Marine.
as,
You don't
as
need
a
to
Marine.
be a
No,
certain
no, no.
height.
No. Not an actual Marine. I'm talking about stormtroopers in Star Wars. No,
Well,
no,
then
no.
how does that compare to Marine?
I'm comparing it to the Marine as in skill level. Not.
No, Marines they have a height limit,
Do they
like-
actually?
5'1" for males.
Jesus Christ.
That's short as hell.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, let me look this up real quick because I may be wrong, but
So they're basically excluding short people.
Yeah. Well, for obvious reasons.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how the hell are you gonna
I mean,
be
you
able to
never know,
carry?
like,
I mean, you
I
gotta
wouldn't expect a Marine to be to like go for my legs, and that's all he can go.
Marine height requirement,
just stabs your
Wow.
knees.
58 to 78
Yeah.
inches.
You're Joe Swanson now, bitch.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was wrong. 4'8" to
What?
No.
yeah.
No.
No way. Can't
No.
be right.
No.
That's a.
It's 4'8" to 6'5".
Wait,
Wait, so I
two?
can't be one because I'm like 6 feet now. Like,
Oh,
I'm
well,
6
rip
foot.
you.
I'm 6'2".
Review.
They're gonna just break your knees and let you're in.
I'm in.
Man,
Yeah.
surgically remove my shins. All right, you're good.
Yeah.
Ever hear the leg surgery?
To shorten yourself? Why?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that
Jeez.
was a real thing actually for a while, but in the reverse to make people taller.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of that one, but the other way
So,
around, that's
if we go
like,
back to
yeah.
what we were talking about, I think that's kind of dumb because you gotta be a really low IQ person to think red or blue headlights is a cop.
I'm thinking it's actually more on the grounds of excuses. Because a person will act that they are literal, basically Beetlejuice. A person will act that they're Beetlejuice when they're being pulled over, and they're gonna make the most absurd things, the most dumbest of shit, saying, "Oh, well, I saw red lights over there. I thought those were you guys," and all that kind of stuff. Like they will make up the most bullshit stuff just to get out of a ticket. And I believe this is more considered illegal due to the fact that, just eliminating some grounds that it could be used in an argument. Because honestly, that's where I feel for the officers. Just those male or female Karens, really.
If anything, that's on the officers. Like, just be more strict. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Or
if an
just be
officer,
chill and
yeah, but
be
if
like,
yeah, but if an officer is more strict, he's considered a dickhead. There's no winning.
Right.
There's no
You
winning
can't
with
win.
this shit.
I mean, if I were a cop, I would just be chill as hell. I would I don't know.
See, that's the
mean,
thing. You have
Like
to
your
find that.
son.
It's easier said than done,
Son's
honestly.
pretty cool.
Shut
Yeah,
up, Rudolph.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
cooler than you, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
Okay, hold the
Wow,
phone.
okay.
Wow. Okay, then let's move on. Let's move on before this gets any worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
But else can kick off the show.
Whoa. moving on.
Sorry. Who is higher rank in the production? Sorry. What?
Not you.
Not you.
Wait, what?
Oh,
I mean,
Last time I saw what?
the employments in this actual studio's employment section, there are some management positions, but all are considered equal. But just saying, Bodolf was marked as a cameraman instead of a co-host in the actual registry.
Taryn was the cameraman. I was one of the
hate
managers.
No.
No,
You were the
no.
cameraman. Richard was the writer. Everyone else was co-hosts.
yeah, it's true. I can attest to that because I am one of the co-hosts.
Oh, suck it, Buddha.
It is true.
I specifically remember seeing Taryn as a cameraman.
No, you were the one who tried to make me one. Don't even.
No, I didn't. I didn't
You
say
know, I'm-
anything about it.
Bo's
You
actually
and John
trying.
were like, Taryn should be the
I'm actually
camera guy."
confused here because I remember seeing Taryn as a cameraman.
Oops, excuse me.
I'm actually doubting myself now.
God
Fuck.
Damn it, where is the Gas Power Studios? I'm actually pulling up the
Yep,
roster.
Rudolph
right
Williams,
now.
manager, Taryn Johnson, employee. Let's go.
Actually,
Yeah,
that-
I'm an
Yeah, but that is fun. That means jack shit though.
Yeah, I know. Last time I saw Taryn was a cameraman, though.
I have power.
No,
I am leaving.
You should not. Yeah.
There's
I
not
didn't
even
know I had the power.
there's not even a cameraman role.
Not
Yeah,
yet. We haven't.
look,
we haven't decided on a
that
cameraman.
the real estate doesn't provide that option, unfortunately. But it is what it is. And honestly, with that sort of a little bit of a heated debate, I'd say we should close this episode off.
Oh, that was quick. Episode 2.
What, you want to record it straight off?
I mean, we can if. Oh, wow.
I've provided no material, my friend.
I mean, granted,
I thought we had a.
we do have someone to meet.
Yeah, don't we?
Yeah,
we do.
right.
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
do. I guess
Right, well,
we're cutting off here, boys.
yeah, we're cutting off
Alright.
here. Episode 2 is gonna be about cars that are way too expensive.
Vroom, vroom.
That's gonna be a heck of a conversation to have.
That's gonna be a fun conversation to have.
Yeah.
100%.
Because I already have a list.
Oh,
too.
don't
Yeah,
we
same
all?
here.
Don't
Same
we all?
here.
Save it for next week, fellas. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the description. I just dropped my lighter. Leave them in the description. Also, an
Oh,
account.
sorry, I just
Also,
got- I
if
just
you
got
wish
my cocaine
to.
bag.
Okay, buddy.
Also, if you wish to contribute to the podcast financially, we are funded by donations. We currently do have a studio and an office. It is being paid off by a loan, so If you could contribute a few bucks, that'd be greatly appreciated to keep us alive. At least for another week.
Coming out of Max's van.
Yeah,
Look,
Place is being redesigned.
They do. Yeah.
It's a cozy van. I'm just letting you know right now.
I did sell my house to afford a interior decorator. So
Jeez.
no,
Sold an interior decorator.
That's how it always works with interior decorators. They don't take cash, they take your soul.
they'll take my fucking deed.
Take his kid.
Take the deed and never return.
No. Anyways, this outro has been the longest ever, longer than the actual episode. So with that, I bid you farewell.
The outro.
This is the conclusion of the first episode of Tires and Treads. I almost said threads again.
You're going to say it, I swear to God.
Yeah. Alright. And